everyone, it's your girl Felicia. Hi Felicia. Today I'm going to make a delicious recipe with you, and that recipe that I will be sharing is a beef and cheese stuffed baked potato with gravy. Yes, some good old-fashioned gravy to go with that baked potato. And I know that it will be one that you and your family will surely enjoy. With no delays, let's get to it. Okay, I got my simple ingredients together for this baked potato. And the first thing you want to do, you want to make sure you have the right kind of potato to bake with. And right here I have a Russet baking potato. Make sure you get a Russet baking potato now, because it's going to be fluffy and light. And you want to make sure you wash your potato off very well with water, and you can just scrub it with your hands so you got a little scrubbing brush. But make sure you wash it, so I already washed it. And you want to make sure you just take a paper towel and just dry as much water you can off of the baking potato. Now the next thing you want to do, you want to take a fork and you want to just, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I'm going to put in there. You can do more you want to in this baking potato, because that way your potato will not burst in the oven. And we're going to use some olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, but I got some olive oil, and I'm going to pour some on my potato. And make sure you just put in the bowl so you won't have to have that oil everywhere. And you're going to give it a good rub all over. And if you want to add any more oil, you can. But just make sure that it is oil everywhere, because this is going to help your next ingredient stick to it. So we're going to, next thing I'm going to do, I got my gloves on because I don't want all that oil in my hands. But you don't have to put any gloves on if you don't want to. And I got some Coarse Kosher salt. If you don't have to use any salt on it, but if you want that, some people like to eat the skin of the potatoes, and also it give it that little extra flavor on the potatoes. And we're gonna just sprinkle this salt all over the potato. And it's good to have a bowl or a plate, so that way your salt will not be everywhere. So now that I got this potato heavily salted, we're going to set our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And so the next thing you want to do is just get you a cookie sheet like I have right here. And if you do have these, I'm going to clean my hands off with all this oil. Well, I can just take these off because I won't be needing these anymore. And if you have some air fryer cooking sheets, they're really good to use. Or you can use parchment paper. And I used these before, and I ain't really too much care about me putting these in the air fryer because it left a lot of grease on my food. So I'm going to use it for this. And so I did use it, and you want to flip it backwards so that way that your oven doesn't burn the paper. Because, you know, with the parchment paper, my paper was burnt, and so I forgot about I had these, and I started using this. And we're just gonna transfer this over here, and we're gonna bake this in the oven for 1 hour. And you can do 1 hour in 5 minutes, because I did 1 hour, then 1 hour and 5 minutes, because I wanted my skin to get extra crusty on around the sides to have that extra crust. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to bake this, and I tell you, it's going to be real good. And while this is in the oven baking, we can go ahead on and start making our patties for the baked potato. All right, we're ready to make our patties. And this patties recipe is going to be so simple because we don't want to take away from the baked potato and all the other little few things that's going to go in it. So we're going to make this simple, and no, you ain't got to spend a whole lot of money this time to make something. So I have some hamburger patties still left, meat left. And because I made me this recipe, I made this last night. So I said I was going to make it again today because it's just that delicious. So all we're going to do is put our hamburger meat in there, whatever kind you want to use. And we're going to add some black pepper, some garlic powder, and a little salt. So I'm using this pink salt, and this little pattern fell off my finger. Use a little, and we're just going to mix this right in together. And those are all the ingredients you want to add. And if you want to add anything extra, you can. Add a little bit more garlic powder in here because I want that garlic flavor into my patty. And you can make, and by me having this size right here, because it's going to be broken down, this is enough to just make one big patty. And this is ready to go to put in the pan. But I'm not going to cook it right now because I still have an hour. My stove is still trying to set to get to 425. And I want to start making this because I want it hot. So I'm going to start preparing this, cooking this in the pan when I got like 25 minutes away from cooking for my baked potato being done. So you can go ahead on and just put this aside, put it in the fridge until you're ready to go. All right, let's get to making this patty. I got my skillet on. I'm going to put me some little olive oil in this skillet. Take my little brush, put it all the way around. Should have used a smaller skillet, but I didn't. I'm going to put my patty in. And this patty weighs a little. If you want to know how much it weighs, it's like 9.76 ounce. Yes, ounce. Almost 10 ounces of hamburger. So I'm making one patty. And we want to, I'm going to put my little pepper on top. A little bit more pepper on top. And we're going to let this patty get really brown on both sides. And you can start off, I got medium, in between high and medium, like medium high. Start it off at first, and then I'm going to cook it slow. I'm going to turn it down to about almost low. And I'm going to cover it with my lid, so I won't have that grease popping all over my stove. But I'm going to turn it on low. I'm going to turn it on low now, because we want to slow cook this, and you want to make sure it gets brown on both sides. And I do have like 2 minutes and 58 seconds and counting on my baked potato. It's going to get done before I finish this. But what I would do, even though it gets done, I'm going to turn my oven off. You can turn it off and leave the baked potato in there. And also I'm steaming me some broccoli. I got some broccoli next to here. So if you see a little flame on the side of the skillet, it's because I do have some broccoli in my steamer, and I'm steaming this broccoli to go with my baked potato. Have that on the side. All right, I'm gonna get ready to flip this patty over. Get my spatula. And see, that's how you're looking for that brown on the patty, because you want to make sure. This is how we're gonna make that good old gravy, y'all. Make that good gravy. You want to make sure you get a good brown on both sides. So I'm going to let this side get brown a little bit more. And I'm going to flip it back over and get a little bit more brown. But I just want to show that to you. And also, when it's ready to, you can add like to make. Also, you want to make sure you have some milk or some heavy whipping cream, which I'm using heavy whipping cream, and have it at room temperature. So I put me some in this little cup and then set it aside until I get ready to do my potato. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, our patty should be done by now. Let's check on it. Yes, it's done. That's how brown I got it on the side. And I'm going to put this lid down. And I'm going to turn this off for a second. And with me, sometimes I like to get a lot of the oil off from when I'm cooking my patty. So I'm going to take a paper towel and blot some of it out. Get some of that oil out. That's that oil comes from the hamburger. You want to have a little in there, but not too much. Okay, now I'm going to make a roux with this water, and this is 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to take my whisk this around. So that's about how thick I want it. I'm going to add a little bit more water. And one thing about this roux, you can always make it thin or thick. Add more flour to thicken it. Add more water to thin it. So I got me some onions already cut up. And this is 2 tablespoons of onion. And I'm going to put this in here, because this is going to help get a little flavor to the for the gravy. Turn my oven back on, turn my stove back on, not my oven. My oven is off. My baked potato's still in there. So right now, I checked my baked potato. It's been off. When it got finished, I turned it off. And right now, it's still been sitting in my oven. And it's been like at least about 13 minutes now. And I want my potato hot. So I'm letting it stay in the oven and watching it, because, I mean, it shouldn't burn. Add that. Add a little bit more water. Have you some water ready. And you're going to usually see clumps when you're making it. Making your gravy. So don't worry about the clumps of flour that's in there. And you see how brown the gravy is getting, and it's coming from this. And sometimes I'll just scrape that, put some on top, and go across it. Because I like that. Sort of like that medium brown, in between medium brown and dark gravy. And your gravy going to depend on how long you get that sear brown on your meat, whether it's pork chops or steak or anything. If you want gravy, I'm going to add a little bit more water. Because I also want my patty to be in this gravy. And to make some more, like if I want to thicken up, I just add a little bit more flour. I got a tablespoon right quick. I had to go out for a minute. Do the same thing. But this time I'm not going to add too much into my gravy. And you want to make sure you taste it too. I'm going to pour and stir. And if you want to add anything to season it with, You can, but I'm making mine very simple. Very simple for a reason. And you can make a lot of gravy from just one patty. So this patty will be enough for 3 potatoes. I'm going to turn this down on low. Between medium and low. And just let it simmer some. Turn it on low because we want that gravy, the flavors getting it. You can taste it, see if you need to add anything to it, and I do. Because we don't want no bland gravy. Add me a little bit more pepper. And me some salt, the same 3 ingredients that I use. Put some little salt. And I'm using that pink salt, the Himalayan salt. You can use table salt, doesn't matter. And I'm going to use some more garlic powder. Just a little. Give it that garlic flavor to it. And my potatoes still look good and it's still in the oven. It's just like staying warm until I get ready for it. I'm going to cover this up and let this simmer. And I'm probably going to make this some more gravy. Make it a little bit more because I want to add some to my potato. Okay, I'm going to take this, chop up this patty. And I'm going to take it out and chop it up. I don't want to chop it inside my skillet because I do not want to scratch it. So they had got a fork to hold this down. And we're just going to cut these up in pieces. And then we're going to add this back into our skillet. So I'm going to cut this up and I'll be back. Okay, it's all chopped up. Let's add it back in the skillet. And we're going to cover that gravy. In the beef. But it's not patty anymore. Look at that. Now we're getting ready to put our baked potato together. Okay, I hope I got everything set up for you straight. But we want to make this baked potato hot. So it's still in the oven. And also my beef with gravy, I still got it on low, y'all. It's on a simmer because you want everything hot. And like I say, heavy whipping cream, it been at room temperature. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this baked potato out of the oven. So it's out the oven. It's still hot. And I kept it in there. It been in that oven after it been done. Maybe about 20 minutes, y'all. The stove was off. It was off now. But it's ready. So I'm going to move this here. Put that down. So we got our potato ready. And I'm going to move it again. And I forgot to get my tongs. So I'll move it into this bowl. This bowl is almost not big enough for this potato. And one thing about the baked potato, you want to make sure that you slice it. I'm not going to slice it all the way to the ends because I do want it whole. I slice it. Now we're going to take the ends, both of the ends, and we're going to press in. I got the paper towel, and you want to press in like that. See the steam? Still hot. The skin is crispy, and it's hot. And the next thing we want to do, we want to add in our butter. No, first don't add the butter in yet. We're gonna take this fork and we're gonna go all the way around in the inside of this potato, all around the outside, close to the skin. You can get it. Some people take the inside out, but I don't like doing that because of the fact I want my potatoes to stay hot. Everything to stay hot. So if you take it out, it's going to cool down much quicker. And we want it still inside the skin. So some of it's going to come out. Don't worry about that because it's in the bowl. Okay, now I'm going to take my butter and I'm going to slice it up in pieces like this. And you're going to add some butter in. Got to get my hands with butter. And we want to put it on all different sides of the potato. Clean my hands out. Then we're going to push this down. You want to push that butter down far as you can get it on the sides, because we want that potato to get all that good old butter. So I'm going to do it all the way around. Make sure that butter get in the inside of it. And it's still hot, y'all. That's why you can keep your baked potato in there. And if you make more than one, you can keep those in there until you make it individual. You doing this for your family. Or you can let them in on the fun. Let them do it themselves. But you want the potato as hot as it can possibly be. Okay, I add that little salt. Add a little bit more. It's Himalayan salt. Use any kind of salt you want to use. Okay. Now I'm going to... That came out. That put the potato back in. Now come in my heavy whipping cream. This is going to make it more creamier than what it is. So you can add your little bit. I'm adding 2 tablespoons. And why I had it at room temperature? Because of the fact you don't want it to be cold. So you don't want to cool the potato down too soon. That's giving that creamy texture. I might add a little bit more. It's up to you how much you want to add. Put some on the side. And this is heavy whipping cream. You can use milk. But heavy whipping cream give it a little bit more creamier texture. Potatoes back in now. Now I'm going to get my Kobe Jack cheese. Sprinkle me some in the middle, you know. Then we're going to push this all around in there. Get some of that cheese up in there. And like I say, if you want to take your potatoes out and do it, it's fine. Up to you. Then maybe you can microwave and put it back in the potato. I'm adding a little bit more. It's up to you how much cheese you want to add in there, because that cheese, that shredded cheese, is going to melt in, and that Kobe Jack is the best cheese to use in there for me. You can use any kind of cheese you want. See how it's looking? So last but not least, next to the last, we're going to add in our beef with gravy. And it's still hot. Look at that. That steam. You want to make sure all your ingredients been hot. And we're going to add in that. We're going to stuff it. Everybody knows that potatoes and gravy go together. Meatloaf and potatoes go together. And this going together. And here we're gonna do. We're gonna put that cheese on top of that hot. Over that hot beef and gravy. Here is the finished product. This bowl hot, y'all. It is hot. But guess what? It's going down. And with my broccoli I'm going to have to the side, it's going down, y'all. So, another look. You're going to want to make this. I had this last night and I'm having it again tonight. All right. Don't forget to try it. Well, that's a wrap. I hope you have an opportunity to make this delicious beef and cheese stuffed baked potato with gravy. I promise you, it is so delicious. And you will want to have it tonight and maybe tomorrow night too. And if you'd like to have this delicious recipe, just look down below in the description box. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And anytime that I might stream live or upload a video, just hit that notification bell. And as always, have a blessed and wonderful day. This your girl Felicia. Bye.